Pete Wilson's another solo artist in Chester.
Yes.
Is there any particular venue that you play most often?
Around here, we do the brewery and Lincoln Theater a lot.
Those are probably the two main joints. Sometimes the Poorhouse, but between those two, like we're playing Lincoln this Saturday.
We're playing with Carbon Leaf, which is another band to check out.
Happened.
But it was a great show. It was a great show. It was a lot of fun.
It was awesome. Yeah.
The Lincoln Theater is fun to play. I'm pretty sure. I think that the Poorhouse is probably. It depends on the night, but the Poorhouse I think is usually a blast because everything just is a lot more laid back, but it sounds incredible. And room full of people.
Great
Really good.
Love it.
Yeah.
Have you had any odd or funny show experiences?
Yes.
Yes.
What might they be?
Well, we had a few weeks back. Mark can tell the nitty-gritty of it.
So, we were booked to play in Asheville.
Or so we thought.
Well, you gave away the
Release
story.
names of any of these clubs. We were booked to play in Asheville. This was a while back. We were booked to play in Asheville.
Wait, were we booked to play in Asheville?
We were booked to play in Asheville.
Okay, that's making sure.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, we were going to the gig, and we got there, and I saw my friend's band's van there.
It's a band that's booked by the same.
We have the same
agency.
Same people. And I called them, and I was like, what are you guys doing here? Are you guys playing in the area? They're like, no, we're playing this club that we were supposed to play. I was like, okay. And so we had a little situation on our hands. We weren't sure what to do. So I called the guy, our show-looking guy, and I was like, dude, did you screw up? You're pretty good at this stuff. Did you screw up? And he's like, you guys are supposed to be in Columbia, South Carolina tonight.
In 2 hours.
And, that night. And it was about 8 o'clock, I think. And we were
was
just like,
7.
7:30.
By the time we figured out what we were supposed to do, it was like 7:30.
Yeah.
And it was like exactly 2.5 hours.
We looked on a computer to see how long it was. Exactly 2 hours. So
And the kicker is this though: the club we were supposed to go play didn't have a PA system, and we didn't have a PA system with us.
Yeah.
But the band that was there happened to have one.
We're friends with them. So
Yeah, and we loaned them a PA before, so it was kind of an interesting time. So we threw their PA in the car and
we just
hit the road.
South Carolina. We got on stage and played.
And did it, dude.
10:45 when we
Yep,
got there.
it was wild.
We had to make up a story about how we were late.
And the Sweet 16 couldn't have gone better.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
It was delight. But yeah, it was fun. And one more though.
Are you done?
Sorry, this one's really funny. We played a blue. You can edit this if you want. We played when we were very young.
We put in bleeps every once in a while.
We played a blues festival. We didn't know it was a blues festival. We just kind of and we showed up and we played for maybe like 10 people. And this was in Graham, North Carolina, which is way out in the boonies. And we played our last chord of one of the songs, and this lady goes out in the crowd. She goes, "Honey, they are in tune for every song." And so that's stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was funny. At least I thought so.
As musicians, how do you feel about music and the internet and illegal downloading?
Music and the internet's cool, and has helped a lot of people. It's a double-edged sword, though, because it makes music so easy to get that it's not as special as it was. For kids coming up learning to play guitar, they can listen to anything at any given time. But for us growing up, we had to sit by the radio and just hope that Teen Spirit came on, and we're just waiting for it. And
or in your case, it's Raining Men.
Yeah, naturally, yeah. To each his own. Anyway.
I kind of it's like Mike said, it's much more of a medieval type sword where there's two sides as opposed to samurai.
Which is a single side.
Right.
At the cutlass.
No, but
sword is totally different too.
It's hard because I love the internet, and I mean it's crazy the kind of things that you can do.
It's like a world wide web.
But so in that sense, I think it's amazing, and even the illegal downloading thing. I mean, I guess there's part of me that is for it, kind of, because it's like if that's if there is somebody that wants to hear our music and just for whatever reason can't get it or hasn't had a chance to get it, but their buddy does, please burn them a copy or give that to, give it to them. And in that sense, like I agree with it. But for whatever stipulations are there, I'm sure there's rules and whatever that are there for a reason
Yeah.
to protect somebody somewhere along the way.
I would say though that this is a good realization for artists that basically like if you want people to pay for your music to be really good and work really hard because if your music is good enough, people will pay for it and people will go pay to see you play. So that's that's something that we strive to do is make it worth people's time and money. So.
What about as it pertains to wrecking season? Do you promote?
Burn away.
Yeah.
I gave away a CD today.
Because our goal is to get people in the rooms where we go play and see us. That's where we make our dough.
$5 for a CD, or of someone having a CD and listening to it, and enjoying it, and telling their friends about it is worth way more than
the $5 it cost them. Yeah.
So if it comes down to like, hey, so if you come see us play and you really want a CD, we'll probably give you a CD.
Yeah.
But if you want to help us out and put gas in our van, we won't stop either. So.
Yeah.
Do you have any goals with your music?
It's nowhere but down from here.
I mean, every band wants to make it, whatever that means in any sense, but there's lots and lots of goals, and lots of goals have been met. You can't ignore that.
And goals, lots of new goals too. I would say they kind of change. They come and go.
Yeah, as you grow up, the rock and roll rock star thing kind of fizzles away, and you see the reality of making a living playing music, and honing in on your craft and all those kind of things. It kind of changes your perspective. But in the grand scheme of things, just making it is still one of those cool dreams.
The definition of that has changed, especially since labels are changing and the industry is just on this kind of topsy-turvy thing right now. So I think the cool thing now is that people can make their own success. They don't have to rely on a major label. They don't have to rely on basically corporations. Like when you get signed, you're really you're getting signed to GE or whoever owns the labels.
Yeah. They're all corporation-y.
Do you want the same person making your dishwasher puts out records? I mean that's kind of extreme.
I do.
Extreme, exaggerated example, but nevertheless, artists are in charge of their own destinies, and so
wow.
labels can be cool, but